Cause they want to go to YouTube, because
That's actually
yeah,
better than the computer.
I know, right?
Telling these phones something else, man.
Yeah.
They cost more than the computer.
It's more work. Like they won't. I mean, I might be able to way to save it for it to go and everything, but we basically live right now, though. Man, this is Just Chillin' Podcast 63. I'm still counting that shit. Let me turn this down. Y'all might can't hear me.
Get some feedback from somebody.
Yeah, we probably get feedback from some people and shit, man. I'm literally going on my phone, which is probably like a better situation than going on my laptop. We supposed to have somebody on here tonight. What's his name? Jason. He was a recovering addict. Think he like sober living and stuff right now. I had this whole wave I was on, but now we just like gonna talk about boxing tonight, basically with Rashad. I had Rashad in here. We basically gonna talk about boxing tonight, the Mike Tyson fight, and what's that Errol Spence Jr. and what was it, Garcia? Danny Garcia fight, yeah. So we can just switch it up like that, man. I had the dude on there. It wasn't his fault at all. Shout out Jason, man. He was ready. he had the headphones on and he had books in the background.
Apologies, man.
Yeah, apologies to Jason, man. He said he wanted to do it again. So hopefully I have another laptop by the end, or maybe I'll find a way to make this phone shit work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Tyson and Roy Jones, man. What you got there, man?
Mike. We got Roy.
Cause let me tell you, I ain't done no fucking. I feel like I already did. Like, I mean, I'm prepared to talk about this fight. Don't get me wrong. I done like 2 episodes, one with you, and one with Wiley talking about the fight. So I mean, what I really would like to hear is like the undercard with fucking Jake Paul fighting Nate Robinson. What the fuck is? I didn't even know Nate Robinson knew how to fight, man.
Oh, I guess we'll find out.
That's what I'm saying. It's something to check out for real, because I don't know. Nate Robinson might get his ass knocked out, because I ain't got no proof that this dude can fight at all.
Where Nate Robinson, he's an athlete, man. He what he's like 5 foot something.
5 foot nothing.
Yeah. So jumping over 7-footers, I would never.
He was jumping over 7-footers.
He jumped over Dwight Howard. Remember that?
Yeah.
In the dunk contest. So, I wouldn't put it past him to have some hands, man. I wouldn't put it past him.
Right. Right. Yeah, you were saying that millions gonna be watching the Mike Tyson and
millions, man.
Millions gonna be watching the Mike Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight. Yeah. They were just talking about how in shape Roy Jones was, and how in shape Mike Tyson was for the age that they at right now.
Well, the way I see it is like this. Mike Tyson, he's using all the technology available to him, and I don't see Roy doing that. Mike Tyson's older. He's been out of the sport longer. He's gonna have a ton of ring rust.
Who?
Mike Tyson. He ain't fought in 20 years, man.
Shit, he crazy though.
I mean, he crazy, yeah, but ring rust is something different, you know. I think the last time Roy fought was maybe 2 years ago. Right. So you got 2 years versus 15 years.
Right.
So ring rust is a big deal. So you can't count Roy out, but Mike Tyson looks like some kind of monster that was created in a lab right now. Mm-hmm. You know.
But he just left the weed house though.
True.
Yeah.
So you gotta count, man. So many things you gotta look at. You know, stamina. They're only doing 2 minute rounds though.
2 minutes? I thought it was 3 minute rounds.
2 minutes, man. They're doing 2 minute rounds with 10-ounce gloves instead of 8-ounce. They're doing 10-ounce gloves. So you know they change things up a little bit.
So like, does that mean like the fighters are they trying to look out for them, like saying that they're like brittle or something like that?
Yeah, they're trying to make it a little safer. You know, that's their sport. They don't want to kill anybody in the ring. You know, Mike Tyson's 54 years old. So yeah, they have to change the rules up a little bit, make it a little safer for him. That's what I feel like.
But you know the thing about it is, cause like I'm gonna watch it next Saturday. You know, you gonna watch it next Saturday. A lot of other people gonna watch it next Saturday.
Around the world, man.
Yeah, but like they don't look like normal 54 and 51. Y'all don't know how old Roy Jones is. They don't look like normal like people their age. So like I don't know, like how do you end up looking like that? You know what I'm saying, at that age? You know what I'm saying? Like both of them like look like they can bang or probably beat some younger people right now if given the right preparation.
They look like it. They look like it, but as much as I love Mike Tyson, I would be afraid for him to fight Tyson Fury, or maybe not Deontay, but what's the other guy?
Deontay Wilder.
Only three of them.
You talking about damn,
Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua.
I'd be afraid to see Mike against him. He's not afraid. He said he'll fight anybody.
Who?
Mike.
Yeah.
So, but he's 54 years old. But the thing about it is, they're not normal people, man. They're athletes, and they've been athletes since they were kids. So they're not like us. They have muscles that we don't have. Yeah. You know.
And on top of that, like Mike, pretty much like this was actively like destroying his body during his prime. Like he was doing all types of drugs. He was having all types of sex.
Speaking of addicts,
yeah. Well, I wish I could have had him on the show tonight to talk about his past addictions and stuff like that, which we'll get around to an episode like that. That was just me trying to take the episode into a different direction, but I'll get another laptop and we'll get back to doing it like this. But I don't know, man. It look pretty good right now though, the way we're doing it. I ain't gonna even lie.
Man, it's gonna be a good fight, man. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be interesting and something that we've never seen before, you know. And that's Mike Tyson for you, man. He's gonna bring you something you've never seen before.
He can draw eyes like even at his age,
man,
though.
Across the world. That's the thing people don't realize. The world. It's not just the United States. Mike Tyson is a worldwide, you know, legend. You know what I mean?
Because I don't even know how old like Muhammad Ali was when he stopped fighting.
I don't know. Exactly.
Yeah, like most boxers.
About 81 he stopped.
Okay, we could just even look at Floyd Mayweather. Like he ain't doing many fights right now, so
not fighting.
That's what I'm saying. So like he's older than I don't think they like each other. Like Floyd and Mike. I think Mike really don't like Floyd.
They don't.
And he's showing him like, bro, I can bring the same type of money you can bring. And so? I can do what you doing. I'm not saying he gonna do it.
You think that's?
I'm not saying, but I'm saying
the surface.
But I'm saying like both of them competitors though. So like, I'm thinking like on a certain level that type of thinking is going on. At least in Mike Tyson mind.
I like that. Yeah.
Because even when like, they didn't have like a better relationship these days. But like, let's take it back like at least a year and a half ago, and the relationship was like a little different. Like where. Mike was a little bit envious of Floyd Mayweather.
I don't think so.
What do you think it was though? Because when he spoke of Floyd, it wasn't like
this is what I think. Floyd proclaimed himself to be the best ever. TBE, right? I think Mike took exception to that because there are so many, and you know Mike is a historian. Yeah. There are so many people that came before Floyd and even Mike.
Yeah,
they've done things.
People that you wouldn't even think of. People that ain't even got tape on. Really.
Right.
Michael.
Yeah, and he knows. Like I think I can't remember who it was when 100 some fights and lost one. You know what I mean? So I think Mike took exception to Floyd calling himself the best ever, and it rubbed him the wrong way. And you know Mike ain't one to mince words. So
so you think it slighted him when Floyd pretty much told him he was the best ever.
Not him. I don't think Mike cared about himself. I think it was the history of boxing.
He don't really respect his like.
He knows that Floyd doesn't respect the history. Probably.
Do you think Floyd respects his?
Nah, man. Floyd's about money, man. And so calling himself the best ever is about money. The TBE brand, that's money.
Yeah.
That's Floyd. Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
So I think Mike Tyson had he lost respect for Floyd if he ever had any. He lost respect for him when he did that. You know, when he proclaimed himself the best ever, because you went 50.
Did Mike ever do that? Mike did something like similar to that. He said he's the baddest man on the planet. I guess that's right not the same though. You know.
Yeah, right.
The best.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. So, no, it's a little different. And so, calling yourself the best ever is different, you know. And I think Mike took exception. That's all. And you know, so Mike gonna be Mike.
Right. I don't think I watched it, but did you? You say you had watched. We can review the Tank fight, right? You say you watched that fight. Did you watch that fight?
I did. Who did he fight though? Who was it? I forgot.
Don't matter. I just really want your insight on
I forgot who
Tank, and then maybe I think he was beefing with a guy after the fight. You sent me the link where he was beefing with a dude on Twitter. Now they want to fight, basically.
Yeah, man. Who did he fight? Because he fought somebody good, and that's why I'm upset. I can't remember.
I mean, you can look it up on your phone. I mean,
yeah. But dude gave him a fight. I just can't think of his name right now. He's a good fighter, but
yeah, you say he was in there with him the whole fight.
Yeah, he was hanging with him. Tank was hitting him with uppercuts the whole fight, and he was just setting it up. And you pretty much knew eventually he was gonna catch him with one that the dude couldn't take. I gotta find out. I can't just.
Don't worry about it, man. We need to get some views up. Can one person just click on the live feed?
One person.
I mean, it's not like we're not talking about the fight, man. Can y'all just just somebody click on it?
What are we on right now?
We're on Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah. Millions of people on Facebook.
Where you people? Who are you people? Call them, man.
We need to call the people and get them watching, man. I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so fickle, man. Like the viewership can be. I mean, I know it's Saturday and stuff like that, but that's what I was telling you. He was like millions of people are like watching the fight, but I was like, bruh, like people on Facebook, like really, like if you ain't got like a dinosaur shit and a squirrel or something, like. They not finna stop on it for real. Okay. I understand that for real though. Like, I know that you have to like really have like something for them.
Right.
But I also knew having you here with me that they'll look at it later and be like, oh shit, they talking about the Mike Tyson.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think I was on the No Nonsense podcast with One Swayze earlier this week. Are they gonna call it Make It Make Sense? They don't know. They just not starting out a podcast, bro. And they really
make it make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they really like I ain't gonna say look up to me, but respect what I'm doing. And he pretty much told me like that what you was doing gave me the confidence and ability to do what I'm doing right now and starting a podcast. Okay. So they had me on there for their second episode, man. So I was on there with One Swayze. Shout out to One Swayze, who still has great music. A lot of people ain't went and checked him out yet because he ain't talking about prostitution or drugs or yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you still need to mix in some positive music with whatever that dope trap shit you listening to right now. Because I'm a type of person, I listen to an array of music. You know, you might catch me listening to Elton John sometimes, just to be honest with you.
So why I need to tell them to tune in to?
What's that?
The podcast.
We're gonna get one person.
What's it called? I'm gonna get some people.
Oh man, it's my Facebook page though, so you have to. It's just my name.
No, I don't do Facebook.
You have to type in my name.
Okay.
But yeah, like it don't really like.
Your
I think.
whole name?
Yeah. Let me see. I'll type it in. Like yeah, and then it'll be a picture of me and my wife on there. They'll see it, man. If they do. But yeah, man, like, man, it's like it's no pressure though, cause like literally nobody's watching. Like,
that's fine.
It's like I like this though, like you know what I'm saying. But I also understand where they coming from. Like, what are you giving me? Like, you know what I'm saying. You gotta give me something to look at, basically. Right. But you know what I'm saying. Like, usually you gonna look up who Tank was fighting that night, and there, you know, we can start there. We can work our way to Errol Spence and get back to Mike at the end because I knew. We had an episode, even if Jason didn't come through, which I didn't come through with Jason. That was really the truth of the matter for real. Like I really need some top flight shit going on over here in my situation. But
Leo Santa Cruz, man.
Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Who the young dude in California that's like really whooping ass right now? He's young.
Haney?
Huh?
Devin Haney?
He a young Mexican dude.
Oh, you know, a Mexican dude.
Yeah, he a young dude fighting out of LA, man. He is young. But he getting some wins on his belt right now, for real.
I'm not sure about that.
He like a lightweight. I think he pretty tall. I ain't gonna even say he's at least 6 feet though. But man, if I told you, if you saw his picture,
yeah,
you'll be like, oh yeah, I done seen him fight a bunch of times. He on his way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Devin Haney. I don't know why I call him Devin. Oh, he born November 17th.
We even can review the Charlo fight we watched, man. That's where you started your streak at, man. You know, you've been on a little streak lately yourself, man.
What, sleeping? Sleeping on these fights? Hey, man, I work hard, man. 6 days.
Shit, me too. I get it, man.
By Saturday night, I'm
but the thing is, though, okay, I get it. Like, I think that's like a whole topic that we can explore, though, for real. Like, yeah, you work a lot, man, but you got to make sure you don't miss these monumental moments, though, man. Like,
I won't miss Mike Tyson.
That's the thing, right?
I don't care about taking no dose. I don't care about how to do cocaine.
Right.
I would
you gonna watch this fight. You gonna watch it punch for punch, right?
Yeah.
You gonna watch it punch for punch. Yeah. But why though? Why does he make you feel like that? And these other matches make you feel like, hey, I'm finna
sleep on that shit.
I'm finna sleep on it. Like, what is your thought process going to that?
Man,
because it has been a trend for you lately, man.
Fights falling asleep on these fights. Yeah. Mike Tyson.
Because the Charlo fight was a good one. Jamel, right? Jamel was the main event. Yeah. He the better brother of the Charlos.
Right.
Man, he did hit dude with a body shot and made him go to sleep, bro.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, he put him down.
I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
It was a pretty normal fight for the most part for the first few rounds, but you could see him working the body. Mm-hmm. And at the last minute, you know, Jamel scored a knockout via body shot, bro. Mm-hmm. Like that sticks with me, man.
Yeah, it happens, but not
often.
Not too often. Yeah.
No, you know, most people fighting, they're looking for the head. They want to knock your head out. They want to decapitate you. Mm-hmm. Man, this dude got me thinking of in a whole different way as far as knocking somebody out. Taking him out with body shot, not to win out of home. He couldn't do shit else after that, man.
Charlo, something serious, man.
Shout out to Jamel Charlo. I mean, the brother Jamal, he pretty good too, but Jamel on his way, man.
Yeah. Well, to answer your question, man, Mike Tyson was the person that I looked at growing up.
Let me see, this helping me a little bit because I feel like I'm getting out of focus a little bit. You can go ahead about your
being focused.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I grew up watching Mike Tyson, and to me, he was almost like a mythical figure. You know,
definitely
unbeatable, like strong, ferocious, just a scary dude.
You remember the first time you seen Mike Tyson? What was that like?
The first time I saw him, we used to go to my uncle's house to watch the fights. My dad would take me over there and we'd watch it. And, you know, I just watched him and I watched him come out and he was just so intimidating. Mm-hmm. And no nonsense. And he just went in there. Every punch was a knockout punch, man. Like, everything he threw it to knock you out. Like, you know, it was like, I'm not setting up no jab. I'm not, if I am throwing the jab, it's to knock you out. And I was just so captivated by his style, man. And that's why I'm so interested in this fight now, because it brings me back to my childhood.
Right.
To, you know, what I saw then and to see what he's capable of at 54 years old, man. So
54,
yeah, 54 years old, and the shape that he got himself into. It takes a whole, man, if you know anything about getting in shape, man, it takes, man, hours, months.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know what I was telling you earlier, I was saying, like, that's a mindset, but it must be a little bit more than that than him, though. You know what I'm saying? To your athlete, that's got to be a little bit more to you to get prepared for a fight. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's been his life since he was a teenager. Custom model. It's like custom model program Mike Tyson. He programmed them.
Like, I mean, he found them. Like, we got to let people know like who Customato is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can tell them.
A lot of people don't know Customato was a person that found Mike Tyson when he was, what, 13 or 12?
Yeah, around
Mike Tyson was getting a lot of trouble, man, when he was a badass kid, man, for real.
He said he got arrested like over.
He used to rob people. He was growing up in New York. We even did, like, one of the first episodes I did, we was talking about him growing up in Brownsville, New York. Yeah, he was getting a lot of trouble, robbing people, a kid. I don't even know, like, he ended up in, like, one of them, like, the children detention homes or whatever. Like,
yeah, he had a rough childhood. His parents were like sex workers.
And you know what?
I think his dad was a pimp.
His dad was a pimp. Mom was a hoe.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah, that's what it was. I tried to keep it simple.
No, dad was a pimp. Mom was a hoe.
True. True.
So
yeah, he had a rough childhood.
But let me tell you though, this is what I'm saying. Like the impact he had on your life, Ali had that impact on his life. Cause he said when he saw him fight, he came to the detention center where they was at to speak to the badass kids, right, which was a complete waste of his time. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. That's another feather in Ali cap. That shit he was doing on the side way back in the day. Can't find me. I mean, well, we're gonna repeat the episode. I mean, I'm gonna share the shit out of it, you know. So it'll be okay, man. He can watch it on read. You know, we'll make sure he gets it later.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. That's the thing about we go live. I really don't like expect a lot of people to catch it. That's what I'm saying. Like live. if you teach somebody something the first time, they really won't get it. Some people won't. Some people get it right when you tell them. It's like if I teach you, I'm working at McDonald's. I'm teaching you how to make a Big Mac right now. You might not get the Big Mac the first time when I tell you how to do it, but you know I might give it to you later. You know what I'm saying? It's a stupid metaphors. But I love metaphors though, man.
Right.
You know, you know, people that ain't live right now, they might be live, might not even know, because I'm doing this from my phone right now. But yeah, Ali having an impact on Mike Tyson made him want to fight. And he even had what was that? Sugar Ray Leonard had the same impact on him too.
Yeah. So
while he in detention center for stealing, for robbing, you know what I'm saying, probably for selling dope. I mean, to be honest with you, he was exposed to a lot of classic boxing, man. Like you got chances to watch Muhammad Ali, you got chances to watch Sugar Ray Leonard, and God knows who else, Roberto Duran. This shit had an impact on his life. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you know what I'm saying? Everybody that get into it with boxing has that person. And I was gonna also tell you how I got introduced to Mike Tyson was watching him fight Evander Holyfield. I mean, that's how late I came into it. I guess that's how young I am to his career, basically. But yeah, I still was like watching the fight in one room. It was at my uncle's house, Uncle Jimmy's house.
Similar.
Yeah. We was at his house watching the Evander Holyfield fight. And I was running to the other room to play Sonic the Hedgehog between rounds, basically. So, I mean, that's like my introduction to Mike Tyson. Like, I would watch a round. I'll go play Sonic the Hedgehog with all my cousins for the second round. I come back for the third round. I really didn't get, you know, the persona of him at the time.
Right.
Man, I'm trying to think about. I think I just really just found out how big he was as his like historic status just kept growing for real. First, I would always just go, like you said, to Floyd Mayweather for myself to find out when I really got into it. The way Floyd was just, you know, undefeated, just a boxer undefeated. Yeah. You know, keep going and, you know what I'm saying, keep, you know, doing TMT, you know what I'm saying, not losing them, fighting, all that type of stuff. Like, it was really after Mike's career is when I even got into boxing for real. I'm just going to be honest with you. Right. I mean, but I was aware of all the pop culture.
Yeah, You knew
icons.
Yeah, you knew Mike Tyson.
That's the thing about it. When you get a certain amount of fame, like, people don't even really have to know what you do.
Right.
If a lot of people know about you, that's good enough.
Hear your name.
That's markability enough right there.
It's like the people who saw Mike Tyson in The Hangover.
Right.
Probably a majority
don't know
of
shit
people
about him.
don't know, his fighting career. But he's that big, you know.
Did you ever see his one-man show?
Of course. Yeah, man. That's my guy.
He said he want to do that some more.
I would love it, man, because this dude does nothing but tell the truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
He has no filter. He will tell you the good about him, and he will tell you the ugliest thing about himself, and that's what I respect.
What boss has been like that, though?
What person is like that?
Right.
What person is like that? And so that's why I can't say I love the guy, but I love his personality.
Admiration.
Man, yeah, because I want to be that honest with myself. I want to be that honest with
hard,
myself
man.
when it comes to telling people about me. I'm gonna tell you the best about me, and I'll tell you the worst about me.
Why you think that, though? Because he just love fighting more than anything, or what makes a person that like open? Like, is that just his love? Or?
I think it's experience, man, and maturity. You know, coming to grips with who you are, and being comfortable with who you are and who you have been, and forgiving yourself for what you've done. And man, it's a lot that goes into it, because it's very tough being honest. As easy as it may sound, it's very tough being honest with yourself about who you are. And then to tell other people, you know, who you have been and who you are, and the terrible things that you've done.
That's the thing. Like,
that takes so much.
What the fuck, man? Because he done that's what I'm saying. That's like somebody that's done really like done some heinous shit. You know what I'm saying? And he'll even tell you like, he'll say it's some shit you don't even know I did.
Yeah.
That I'll regret. Yeah. He's like, God know what I did. But is he gonna forgive me? Cause he's seen all this shit I did.
Right.
Like, if you listen to his podcast, like I've been slacking on listening to his shit lately. I ain't gonna lie to you. But at one point I listened to it religiously. But at some point he just like, he know God see everything. Like, he got a sense of religion to himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, y'all don't know how fucking dark I've been before.
Right.
And he like, God, no. Like, so am I really going to heaven? You know, you don't know. You see me as this champion. You see me as this heavyweight champion. You see me as this pop culture icon. You see me as this cartoon person on Cartoon Network with the Mystery Band, Scooby-Doo ripoff TV show. But, you know, I done some fucked up shit, though, man.
Know me for real.
And that's the thing. He'll open, but everybody has those skeletons. But for him to be like, at his stature, like, he has regained some type of fame. You know what I'm saying? And it's growing.
Man, some
type. That's what I'm saying. It's growing, though. Yeah, it's like he lost that. And I feel like he only lost that because he lost that belief in himself, honestly. Like, if you don't know who you are, then people don't know who you are. That's why I'm right here doing the podcast right now. I'm like, bro, if we can't do this shit how I like to do it, we'll at least go live, you know what I'm saying? And I'll give y'all something, right? Because I know that I got the give the gab or whatever. I know we could talk about some shit. Anyways, but for him to be that open, like, you don't know many people like that, man. That's telling you how horrible of a person that he is. And that's the thing. It brings me right back to social media. You don't do social media. You can't find this guy on social media. Don't try it. My dude, though, like, a lot of people don't fuck with social media, right? So, like, man, people just show you the best side of themselves.
That's it. I
got a promotion today.
Yeah.
I got a raise. Man, I got grandkids today. Man, look at how this food I cooked.
Look at this meal. Yeah.
Look at this meal. I cooked this shit myself. Man, I'm giving this homeless person $20. Look at me.
Look at me.
Yeah, so like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, yeah. So like, man, it's just crazy how that, you know what I'm saying? Like, how that go, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I have so much respect for the dude, because he tells people, don't praise me, don't worship me. I don't deserve it.
You caught me, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Good podcast right here. You know I was going with it.
Don't worship me.
He's showing you, he'll show you the best side of him, and he know that you know the best side of him. But he also like, bro, you really don't know. Like, I might not be in heaven. I might not be there when you get there, all y'all righteous people. you know, praising, going to church or something. Like, y'all might be looking for me and I might not be in heaven, you know what I'm saying? Like, because y'all don't know what I did. He basically saying he done run through whole mothers, daughters, and all that type of shit before, like, he done some crazy shit, and just the fact that he's just open about it, man. I mean, like, we're not even talking about the fight right now. We're talking about the man, so that should give you a type of idea about him, you know what I'm saying? I respect the dude. I feel like at some point, I feel like I was always learning something from his show when he was doing it, like when he had his focus mainly on the show. But I feel like his focus changed when he was getting ready to prepare for that fight, and you can't blame the man for that. No. I feel like the quality of the show went down from his perspective. I feel like he wasn't focused on the show as much anymore. And I tell you again, I don't blame the man because he getting ready to fight Roy Jones Jr.
Not a slouch.
You know what I'm saying?
Not a slouch.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the point when I found his podcast and when I found him, you know what I'm saying, doing the podcast and being focused on it, and I learned from him giving the type of dedication to that show, I was seeing the same greatness that he puts into everything he does.
Right. I remember when you first told me, you like, man, Mike Tyson got a podcast, man, you gotta watch it. You were so excited about it. And so I checked it out and then I started watching it, you know, been watching it ever since. So
definitely. But I feel like he took that greatness out of that and put it somewhere else. But where is he putting his greatness? I feel like he putting it into this fight that's coming up.
Into that training.
So that shows you that a person only has, like, whatever they're great in, they can only use it for one thing. Even if you're as great as Mike Tyson, like, you can only take that and put it in certain areas of your life. And I mean, I could be wrong, but I mean, I feel like, it's limited. Basically what I'm saying. He's saying that the way I'm training, the way I'm eating, the way I'm thinking is not, you know what I'm saying, is not really conducive for me to be. And he even, like, alluded to that. If you listen to the show, he even alluded to that. Like, I go into a certain mind state when I'm into, like, my fighting mode. Because he basically just reaching back and pulling from his past experiences in the boxing sport, basically.
Of course.
Yeah.
See, he was programmed. At an early age. You hate
what?
You say you hate?
I hate talking as much about Mike because I want to give Roy I want to give Roy some credit, right?
Yeah, he gets time.
And like I was watching Joe Rogan all this weekend, and he was saying that, like, one of Roy's biceps is bigger than the other because he jabs so fucking much or something like that. Like, his fighting style, like, he's fought so much. And the thing is about Joe Rogan, I don't give a damn about, like, shouting out Joe Rogan because I learned when I watched his show too. But he was saying, like, at the height of his boxing career, he was dropping rap music at the same time. Y'all must have forgot.
And playing basketball.
He was playing basketball. What you mean?
He was playing basketball games and then going to fight.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a dude that needs
kind of like Deion did. Deion Sanders.
Baseball practice in the morning, football practice at night,
and a football game in the same day. So Roy Jones would go and play basketball, pick up basketball, and then go fight somebody for a belt, put his belt on the line. You know, in the same day. He was doing stuff like that. Go ahead.
But for Roy, like, you know what I'm saying? For him to, I don't know, man. Like, he's just like as big a star as Mike is, basically. And they were saying that they were supposed to fight. Did you ever hear anything about them supposed to fight each other? What was that going? Was that going on at like on the downhill? I would even quote like the downhill of Mike Tyson's career because at this point we about to see a new version of Mike, anyways, and we gonna see what version he at right now. Because I feel like people are never done. You can always recreate yourself. Even I give a wrestling analogy. You have no idea about this.
Who was that?
Chris Jericho, man. Like, he's 50 years old. He's probably post 50. I don't know. But the guy just keeps recreating himself in the wrestling industry. And it's just like it's something that you can admire when somebody can say, okay, this version is of myself, I'm done with it. I'm not gonna say it's not working. I'm not gonna say this version of myself not working.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna try this new version of myself, and he hits it every time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's definitely a leader. And a lot of wrestlers just lean on his intellect basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he's post 50. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. I mean, it's called evolving.
So let me just say that to say this, man. 50-year-olds are really showing out, man. In the year 2020. If you 50 plus, man, it gives you something to strive for, man. If you're a young person, I know 20-year-olds don't know what the fuck we talking about right now, but this is like some 30-year-old talk, man.
Learn if you look.
Yeah, just continue having fun on 20-year-olds right now, 20-plus-year-olds. But man, they making the age 50 and up look fun, man. And you don't really think of the age 50 like that. I mean, I don't know how old The Rock is, but he's creeping up on 50. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be.
So people look at that, and I mean, whether it's like I'm trying to get a weight loss expert on here, and I be begging them, man. There's some introverted ass people, man. I ain't gonna even lie to you. There's some introverted ass people, the weight loss people and people that have defeated weight loss and stuff like that. But I know, going on Facebook, it's a lot of people that struggle with weight loss and that want information on weight loss and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get people on here like that, but it's just showing that like the older you get, you don't have to get big. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be that old person you saw growing up. Like when I was growing up, if you was 50, you probably had a beer belly. You know what I'm saying? If you was 40, if you was 45, you probably had a beer belly.
That's what we expected.
But at this, like, as years go on, as technology goes on, as nutrition tech goes on, like, you don't really have to grow old. Like, people look at old and be like, you know what I'm saying? Even 19, 20, 25, they look at old like it's something bad. But like people like Mike, people like Roy, people like The Rock, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a lot of people are leaving out. They make it seem like, 50, you know what I'm saying? You can make that shit work for you, man. I don't even know why I went on that tangent, but let's do it.
What it is.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as Mike goes though, man, I just want to give Roy Jones some credit though, man. Like, do you think he gonna get knocked out?
My mind says yes. Yeah, because if you look at Roy's last 10 fights maybe, he got knocked out by people that he probably shouldn't have got knocked out by. And I mean knocked out like cold, where somebody had to wake him up. And so now you're fighting a Mike Tyson that's jacked like he was jacked when he was 20 years old.
Definitely. He matches that body size.
And the last thing to leave you is your power. You lose, first you lose speed, then you lose quickness.
Sight, apparently.
Well, no, I mean you lose speed first. That's the first thing to go is speed. And then you lose quickness. But because you can still be quick, but you might not have the speed that you once had. But you still had a burst quickness. Mm-hmm. So, but the last thing to leave you is power. I would say so Mike Tyson, I don't want to take a punch from Mike Tyson when he was 35 or 55. So because you know that power is still there. He still has that. Yeah. It's like me looking, like, to personalize it. My dad, he may be 62 or something like that.
Yeah.
He could probably hit me as hard as he could today as he could when he was 45. You know what I mean? So, it's just that power is the last thing to go. Right. Now, Roy, he was built on speed, quickness, wasn't very technically sound, didn't really have the defense that you would want classic boxer to have. Mm-hmm. And Mike Tyson, he's like a machine. Like I said, he was programmed to fight by custom model. It's like he put a code in his heart, like punched it in, and it's just stuck in there. Yeah. And the only person that knows that code is Mike Tyson. And I can activate it and I can deactivate it. And that's the only person that can do that. That's the only person left, Mike Tyson. And so I think he activated it again, and Roy's gonna catch that business. That's what I believe, bro.
Yeah. I mean, let's look at the opposite side though. What if I mean, because you know Roy can't knock him out, right? So what if Roy pull like a decision?
I'm not gonna say Roy can't knock him out. I'm
You're
not
not
gonna say
Roy
that.
can't knock
No,
him out.
no, no, no. I wouldn't disrespect him like that because Roy is a great fighter. You know, in his own right.
So let's just look at the flip side of it. Let's just
Okay.
say this shit don't go the
No,
way that Mike is
way.
going.
Yeah,
Let's say this shit don't go the way that the marketing is going for. Because basically the marketing is going for.
Mike.
Let's go watch Mike knock somebody out next Saturday, which I'm all for.
Right. which you hate to see Roy get knocked out because you know we love him. We love him, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Definitely.
So yeah, I mean, okay, let's look at it from that side.
How can Roy catch him?
Roy has a lot of ways to catch Mike. The thing about Mike is he's sound. That programming that got put into him was, I mean, he got that peekaboo. He got his hands up and he's coming. Okay, Roy comes with his hands down. That's his thing. I want to bait you into throwing a punch so I can hit you. I don't know if you want to bait Mike Tyson into throwing a punch. You know, that works with some people. Mike Tyson, I'm not so sure. But I'm not going to discount Roy because he's such a great fighter. He was such a great fighter. And he knows what he's up against. And he's not going to take it lightly. So I've been watching him in his training. And I've been watching him hit the mitts. And he's hitting the mitts. And then he's turning his head like he's ready for the punch. And like...
Roy?
Yeah. Like he's ready for a punch to come. But he's still watching. And it's like, I see you. If you throw this punch, then I'm coming with some, you know what I mean? You're not going to hit me because I see you. But if you throw it, I'm coming. So it's small things like that you could pick up on in training. But when it comes down to it, I believe, man, it's so hard to call because Roy has been active. You know, he was active maybe 2 years ago. Mike was active maybe 15 years ago. So that's going to play a role. And then...
Is it really though?
Yeah, man. Ring rust, that's a real thing, man. Ring rust is a real thing.
I ain't trying to pay to watch no ring rust, man.
I understand that. I understand that.
Ring rust, man.
There will be ring rust, though. There will be ring rust.
So you saying that it's definitely going to show some ring rust on Mike Tyson's end when this fight starts?
Yeah. It's got to, man.
But it's only going like 8 rounds, though. So
I mean, we gonna pay for it, regardless. There will be ring rust, man.
Let me ask you this: is this like one of those things that can go like, if we don't like, it might win like in a controversial decision. Like, if we got America split on who won this fight, so you think they would just go ahead with the part 2 of this fight? Let's say they go 8 rounds and like half America think Roy won, half America think Tyson won. Yeah, so can we make more money on this fight next year at some point?
There might be something interesting to watch for, but yeah, I would be excited for it if it goes that far. Personally, I don't see it going that far. I see Mike Tyson going out to destroy.
But you said he got ring rust, so it's gonna take him longer to destroy.
Yeah, and they're doing 2 minute rounds, so that goes against Mike Tyson. And I can't say it totally goes against Mike Tyson because he smoked weed. You know, he's not.
But he ain't smoked weed this year.
But he not. He ain't gonna have that. He's not gonna have that stamina that Roy has.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I've been watching is Roy's legs. His legs don't look right.
Right.
You good?
Yeah, I'm checking.
His knees look a little shaky. You know, and that happens with age.
Who was that, Roy?
But see, Roy like to play basketball. Basketball is hard on the knees. So you have to, it's a lot of things that's going on that you have to take into consideration. If you watch Roy and his training, sometimes he'll get off balance. And that's his knees giving. And not being able to move like he's used to moving. And get out of the way as quick as he used to. Mike Tyson do nothing but box. You know, he ain't playing no basketball and nothing like that. So And I watch him, and sometimes he's off balance. I'm like, damn, man, that ain't 25, 30-year-old Mike. And you can't expect it. You know, I watch him, and you have to watch their feet. You have to watch their base. You have to watch the legs, because that's where your power and comes from mostly. And I see sometimes they both get off balance. So it's gonna be an interesting fight, man. They're both out of their primes, but they're both still dangerous.
Out of their primes. They look like that out of their primes.
Man. But you know what I want? What I don't see is Roy taking that shirt off. That's what I was waiting on. I was waiting on Roy to take that shirt off. He hasn't yet. Mike, hey.
Well, that's who he is, though.
Look
that's
at
who
this.
Mike is.
But Roy used to be that.
Yeah.
Maybe Roy's gonna try to surprise us or whatever. Like, all right, look at this 8-pack.
He got to be.
Look at his 8-pack.
I believe it's there.
You believe it's there?
I believe it's there, man.
Hey, man, he got.
Because you know how many eyes gonna be on this fight. He got to be there, bro.
I'm hoping, but it was just something I was waiting on. I was waiting on him to, that.
So every time you seen him train, he was like,
he's fully clothed.
He's fully
like
clothed.
3 shirts on. You know what I mean? So I'm looking for definition.
Even that itself though is telling though, like maybe he's like sweating like a motherfucker on all them shit. It's like that shit'll make you lose weight fighting up on all them clothes and shit like that training.
But see, I'm looking at definition. I'm looking for definition in his arms and in his back. You know, I'm looking for all that, but he won't show us any.
Yeah.
So
man.
maybe that's strategic.
Yeah, man. Maybe we can come back around to this Mike Tyson here in a minute, man. I want your opinion on the heavyweight division right now, man. With Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua, man. What's gonna happen with this belt, man? I think Tyson Fury got him right now. We ain't heard about no fights coming up this year for Tyson Fury, right?
Yeah. Tyson was gonna fight AJ, but
I thought we were supposed to get that this month. No, next month.
Well, see, I think Wilder shut that down.
Let me reassure you too, bro. I'm having fun talking about this fight and shit, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
But about the heavyweight division.
I think Wilder shut that down and said, "Nah, you're gonna fight me," because that's what's in the contract. And so now Tyson Fury won't get to fight AJ, and he has to fight Wilder. That's what I think.
So Tyson's gonna fight Wilder again?
Again, and it's. I mean,
damn, you think he's gonna set up for Wilder to win this time?
No. No, I don't think Wilder has what it takes to beat Fury, just being honest, and I'm a Wilder fan. But
Fury, you're a boxing fan, man.
Yeah, I am. And Fury is the better boxer. And I think it's on the show. He's bigger, he may not be he doesn't have as heavy a punch as Wilder, but he's bigger. He can push Wilder back, and Wilder can't fight moving backwards. And it's game over. Because if I know your weakness, and I can just force that on you, there's nothing you can do. I win every time. So that's what I see. Now the challenge will be AJ.
That's what I'm wanting to see.
That's the challenge, and Wilder's putting that off, and I think eventually it's gonna be Fury versus AJ. And that'll decide who's the best.
Who gonna fight Wilder next?
No, that'll decide who's the best. And to be honest, I think Fury is the best. I think AJ's good.
That makes sense though.
He's sound. He's strong.
That makes sense.
I think Fury is bigger. He's longer. He's got that jab, and he's elusive to be that big, almost a fat dude. But he can move, and he can hit.
But you remember he took years ago. This is a long time ago now. Who Fury took the belt from? Was that Klitschko?
Oh.
Yeah, it's been so long ago since he pretty much took that shit from Klitschko.
Yeah,
I remember watching that Klitschko fight, man, and watching him lose that fight to Tyson Fury. Yeah, man.
Fury's got a lot of skill, man.
He got some history around his name too, though. Tyson Fury, yeah.
Tyson.
You got to think about this, yeah, to bring him back a little bit. He's beating Klitschko. He's beating Fury, you know what I'm saying?
He named after Mike Tyson.
Named after Mike Tyson, definitely.
That's crazy. For
him to get into the sport and do what he's did.
Yeah.
I I see what you're saying when you say he might be the best in the heavyweight division right now. So you basically would take him as a favorite in a Joshua fight.
Yeah, I would. Just because he's big, he's got that long reach, that jab, and he's sound fundamentally. He's fundamentally sound, and he's elusive. It's hard to hit him. He's slick, man, and he knows what he's doing in there. He's comfortable. He's confident. You know, the dude goes in there like, I ain't got nothing to lose. You know, so I think he's the better of the three of those. He's the best of the three of those guys, and they're at the top.
So wouldn't that make sense for us to clamor for a Wilder Joshua fight?
I would have liked to have seen that before Fury Joshua, but
because I mean, in all honesty, like Tyson could just take a break while they make some money.
Yeah,
them two.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen though. I don't think we may never see Wilder
Joshua.
We may never see. And I hate that because I want to see that. And I in a podcast we did a while back, I remember saying I hope nobody loses before we see Wilder Joshua.
Wilder Joshua, it happened.
Wilder ended up taking the L.
It happened.
Yeah, so that's how it goes sometimes. So I don't think we'll see that. You know, on a long shot.
You don't think we'll see Wilder Joshua?
Nah. On a long shot that Wilder beats Fury. Now the Fury's figured out how to beat Wilder convincingly. Like, all you gotta do is get him moving backwards. He can't fight moving backwards. I mean,
Wilder.
Simply put, yeah, he cannot fight.
He's always gonna be the aggressor.
He can fight moving
if he can
forward.
win being aggressive.
Yeah, he cannot fight when you're pushing him back. And Fury is big enough to push him. He's bigger. He's stronger. You know, so if I can keep you, yeah, he's fatter. You know, if I can keep you moving back, you can't hurt me. You know,
damn.
If you can't fight moving back.
Yeah, Wilder fights with momentum a lot.
Yeah, he's got to move forward to fight. He can't fight moving backwards. So, and Fury knows that, and he's a great fighter, and a great fighter is gonna expose your weakness.
Yeah. I want to ask you what you thought about that microphone whipping
Yeah, Floyd
Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather did take a loss, bro. He did take a loss.
That was like the longest fight he had in a long time.
That microphone whooped his ass, bro.
Right. Yeah, you put me on that. I didn't even notice that till you said that. I went past.
That nigga was fixing the microphone. That shit kept turning down, turning left, turning right. I think he was like post tank fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
His post tank fight.
Yeah.
So he's basically like running this dude's career right now.
Yeah.
They asked him a question about calling out other fighters. And Floyd basically just grabbed the microphone and was like, "Hey, we're not doing that right now."
Right.
He didn't even give Tank a time to Tank. What's his last name?
Davis.
Tank Davis.
Javante
Davis. Yo, he didn't get Tank. I love Tank. I need to learn his name for real. I love Tank. He didn't give Tank a chance to talk, but he pretty much just grabbed the microphone and was just like, "Hey, we're not doing this. We're not calling out people right now." Why did he do that?
Because he knows the sport. You know, how long has he been in? You know, 30
25 years, 30 years.
So, yeah, he knows the sport. He knows how.
He knows what the pundits are trying to do.
He knows what not to say. He knows what to say. He knows what to leave people guessing. And you know, he knows how to leave people guessing. And so he had to take control of that situation and say, "Nah, we're not putting any names out there. We control this. We run this. Y'all not going to run the narrative. We're going to control the narrative."
And by him doing that, I can't even remember the guy's name that called Davis out. Because they could have easily just had a conversation with them just talking about, well, when can we fight each other? But now, I'm telling you, man, Floyd's on it. He's basically like, we shutting all that down. Davis need to chill with his daughter for a while.
Is it Devin Haney?
Probably Haney.
I feel like Haney wants, I know Haney wants him.
Yeah, that's
Haney wants him. That's gonna be the
match
Fury,
right there.
That's gonna be the equivalent to Fury and Joshua.
Yeah.
That Haney Davis fight, man, that's gonna be something serious.
Damn.
I can't wait for that one, man.
But yeah, Floyd pretty much just was like, we're not talking about that right now. I guess he's looking towards next year.
Making more money
Making
before
more money
I put
next
my
year.
dude on the line.
Yeah.
Because he's putting them on the line against Haney.
And reputation and everything, yeah.
Yeah,
he could possibly lose against Haney.
You want to keep that O. He want to keep that O alive. So, yeah, no, we're not talking about Haney. We're not going to even let you bring up his name.
This nigga come to the press conference dressed like goddamn Get Out. The dude from Get Out.
No. Not the lost dude from Get Out.
He's the lost dude from Get Out. I can't think his name
because
he a great actor.
That's
man.
ATL dude.
I can't think of his name.
ATL dude.
Yeah,
right?
ATL dude. Yeah. He a great actor.
Yeah.
He came up dressed like him from Get Out, man. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. I think he's growing the fro or something.
Who that?
That hat on.
Bro, what?
He got to be growing something up under there.
I think his daughter pregnant by one of these rappers right now, man.
Yeah.
And the nigga got herpes.
Huh? Nah, that I didn't know.
You didn't know that, did you? I be keeping my ears to the street.
All right, you gotta know about them herpes, man.
Yeah, they said dude might have herpes, man. I mean, I don't know whether or not it is true or not. Y'all can kill me. I don't give a fuck because I heard it somewhere before.
Nah.
But
nobody want to kill you, man.
No, I'm just talking about like, you know what I'm saying, on social media. People will kill you like social media. They'll bash you and call you names, and hopefully you'll get depressed about it and stuff like that. But
they do it?
Yeah. I think something bit me on my ear, man. Fuck.
Social media. Man.
Social media, yeah. So, but I think he got, they say NBA YoungBoy had herpes and shit like that, but apparently she running around with him. Apparently she knows the scoop. Mm-hmm. Apparently she knows he don't have any of this stuff, and that she can have his kid. Because she's pregnant about him right now, so,
you can have herpes and not pass it along. You still have a baby.
Oh, you can? See, these are things that I don't know because I never really experienced
Absolutely, man.
I never really had somebody that could educate me on the glorious facts of herpes.
Yeah, man. Let me educate you on that, man. Yeah, you can have herpes. You can have sex with somebody with herpes. Don't do it necessarily, but
so you can have safe sex with herpes and with a herpes infected person and get away with it.
Not catch it necessarily. Now, there's always a chance you can, but just because you do doesn't mean.
So you can have unprotected sex. Yeah. With someone that has herpes and possibly
not
get away.
Yeah. If they're having an outbreak or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah, don't ask me how I know any of this, but
yeah, I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't gonna get into that, but I'm not gonna even lie, bro. As far as the podcast going, I'm really wanting to get into more sex oriented topics, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I'm here for you.
Yeah. So if we can get it, you helped out a lot by getting into a sex topic. I think I helped out by saying that young boy was getting Floyd's daughter pregnant out here.
With herpes.
With herpes, yeah.
Possibly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I like using allegedly. It's a big, smart word people can use allegedly.
Yeah, get that watching
huh?
I'm just talking, man.
Yeah, get to watching though. Yeah, I ain't got nothing. I just got from work, so, I got a little bling on my marriage watch.
Marriage watch?
It's so small.
Yeah.
But, no. I'm still appreciative.
You gotta throw that in there.
Yeah, but let's see. We were talking about the Bud Crawford fight that you fall asleep on. Yeah, what did you think about that, man?
Yeah,
did you watch the highlights? You never
allegedly fell asleep on this fight.
Nah, this nigga got a streak. He got a streak where he going to sleep on these
three fights in. I'm 3 fights in. I'm going to sleep on these fights.
Okay, let me see if you... Did you watch the highlights on it at least?
I went back and watched it, man. Yeah.
So what did you see?
He caught him coming in. He timed him. Hit him with that, what was the right hand? Was the right hand? What was the jab?
I don't know what hand it was. It looked like lightning to me, man.
He had switched stances. So
it looked like
I can't remember he did. I can't remember if he hit him with
it looked like
a straight left or a right. But he caught him coming in. He just timed him perfectly. Like Bud, he'll take a little bit of I ain't gonna say a beating. He'll take some punches to learn. And then he'll apply what he learned, and I know I can get you out of there once I learn. That's his thought. Once I learn what you coming with, I can get you out of there. You can't get me out of there. But once I see what you come with, I get you out of there.
Has he had all his fights been KOs?
No, not all of them. I don't think.
And they want him against Errol Spence.
Yeah, man. Everybody wants that, man. Everybody wants it.
Are they the same
Except
class?
Spence, I think. I think Spence is running from that shit, man.
Well, I mean, that's kind of you can't look at that as fear so much because they might be smart. It might be smart money.
Nah, I get tired of that smart money, man. Like, man, as a fan,
hey, this is the era right here. This is the era
this
of
is the
smart
era
money.
of
Right
smart money. You tell the truth when you say that. For real, man. Floyd started that shit. Floyd started that shit.
TNT.
It used to be
straight hard. It used to be hard.
Yeah.
It'd be hard.
It was competition. Then it became a money sport.
I'm better than you. Let me prove to you that I'm better than you.
Whoop every ass that I can.
Now it's like what's fiscally smart for me.
Man, that's and that hurts the sport a little bit.
Kills the sport.
Yeah.
That's why I told you
it doesn't kill it, but
I tell you on this podcast, well, I told you should get into the MMA more. These motherfuckers
keep telling me that.
Motherfuckers trying to kill each other, right?
You keep telling me that. Yeah.
I want you to give Dana White a little bit of your time, man.
I will, man. Because these boxers, they let me down, man. Just
Which
like
I don't want you to abandon the sport. Don't get me wrong.
No. Like
you can do both. Both things can be right. I love boxing and I love MMA. Both things can be right.
These boxers, man, they're not taking the... Like, did you see Mike talking to Gervonta Davis? Where he putting that pressure on? He applying that pressure to the Tank.
I seen when Mike was applying that pressure to Lil Boosie badass.
Saw that, though. Yeah, it was kind of like that. It was like, hey... He wouldn't let Tank off the hook. He was like, hey, it's a bunch of fights out there that y'all not making, you know. He was like,
Mike told him that?
Yeah.
Mike
ain't Mike ain't bullshit. Mike says a bunch of fights out there that y'all not making. I
hate making a whole episode about Mike, but he always like finds a way, man.
The real is out there, man.
Yeah.
And so and Tank was trying to dodge the question, and Mike wouldn't let him. He was like,
so Mike had Tank on the episode. When did Mike talk to Tank?
They had like a FaceTime episode, like a FaceTime thing that they posted
some Instagram
on
shit,
some shit like that. So Mike was like, "It's a lot of fights out there that y'all not making." He was like, "It's a lot of money out there that y'all not making." And Tank was like, "Well, you know, well, I don't know, I ain't friends with none of these dudes." He was like, "Nah, you ain't gotta be friends, but y'all all black." Fighters and business, y'all basically business partners. Mm-hmm. Y'all can make each other money if y'all just fight each other. And that's your friend. If you can help me make money, that's my friend, you know. So Mike was like, make these fights happen, you know. The Tank died, so you have to watch it, man. But Tank was dodging that shit.
Because he's on the Floyd rule.
Yeah.
Floyd, like, I don't give a fuck what Mike ask you. You better not say that.
Yeah, you ain't fighting who nobody till I say you fighting. But yeah. It's a lot of money to be made out there, but everybody wants to keep that undefeated record.
Damn.
You know, but Devin Haney, he's not afraid. Devin Haney's coming for him, and I hope he wins.
You hope,
because I like that type of guy. That's not worried about losing that O.
Well, tell me a little bit about Devin Haney, man. Does he have a power that Davis is gonna bring to him?
I don't think he doesn't have that explosiveness that Davis has. That one punch knockout.
I actually think I'm a boxing expert these days, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I think I'm a boxing expert. I don't think he can beat Davis. I'm gonna take Davis in that fight.
I don't say he can't beat him now.
Huh?
I don't say he can't beat him.
I'm gonna take Davis in that fight.
You take Davis in that?
Just because I don't know much about Haney, and I know I don't want to take a hit from my boy Gervonta.
I don't know. Haney ain't no slouch, man. Haney ain't no slouch.
I don't know shit about Haney.
Check him out, bro. Check him out. He doesn't have the name because he doesn't have Floyd behind him. You see what I mean? So he doesn't have the name that Tank has. But
I got you. He'll dude coming up on the south side or some shit like that.
He that dude.
He that dude
that you do not want to fight. If you the man.
If you want to keep your popularity going.
You the man. I don't want to take that risk. You know what I mean?
And Floyd knows that.
Yeah, that's a risk. That's a risk that we can avoid.
We can avoid it for in reality, in this day and age, Davis will take a couple extra fights before he fight him then.
Man, a couple probably. Mess around with Floyd, it'd be 10 years.
Give him 5, man. Floyd ain't that bad.
Man, you saw when he fought Pacquiao.
Floyd ain't that bad.
You saw when he fought Pacquiao. He didn't fight Pacquiao.
It's that type of fight?
It's that type of fight. He didn't fight Pacquiao till Pacquiao got knocked out by somebody else.
Damn.
Now we can make the fight happen. Now that you done got knocked out by Marquez, we can make the fight happen.
Damn, man.
That's Floyd, man.
Man, you don't care for Floyd, do you?
I was the biggest Floyd fan until I saw what he was doing. And he was fighting people out of their prime. De La Hoya,
Canelo. He called Canelo for
Canelo too early.
Before he went in his prime.
And the other one. He fought Cotto after he got beat up by Margarito unfairly.
Yeah.
You know, Margarito cheated. But
right.
we wasn't gonna fight no prime Cotto. Come on, man. We wasn't gonna fight. Cotto, his confidence got hurt.
After that fight?
That Margarito fight. Yeah, man. His body and his confidence. Because, you know, Margarito put a beating on him. He had a plaster in his glove. So, then, okay, yeah, I can fight Cotto. And Cotto still gave him hell. He blooded Floyd. If you remember, he blooded Floyd. And who else did he fight past the prime? Somebody else. Mosley. Yeah, he fought Mosley. And Mosley almost dropped him. If you remember. First round. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
First round, Mosley almost dropped Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah, so think of prime Mosley. So Floyd is smart now. Very intelligent guy.
Now, you a Mosley fan?
Not so much. You know, like I said, I'm a boxing fan.
What kind of fighter was Mosley to you?
Explosive, quick.
Was he short though, right?
Man, but he had them short, powerful punches.
Yeah, he was short. Okay.
Yeah, but he was very powerful.
Is he older than Floyd or older than him?
Older. He's older than Floyd. Yeah.
Older than Floyd. He called him out this point.
Yeah, man. And Mosley had been in some battles, you know. Floyd too big on battles. You know, so it is what it is, though, man. Floyd's smart. He's a businessman.
Yeah. Who didn't we hit, though? We can get back to the Mike Tyson fight. I just want to go around the world a little bit, talk about Deontay Wilder, Gervonta Davis, my boy Haney, who I don't know anything about.
Yeah, you'll find out.
Yeah, we can get back to this Tyson fight, though. Have you had a chance to look at the undercard yet?
I was looking at it today, man.
You looked at the undercard today?
Yeah, I ain't recognize half the names on there.
You knew that. You know we all trying to watch that, you know what I'm saying, that ex-basketball player fight.
Oh, yeah. You got to see that Nate Robinson fight.
Got to see Nate Robinson.
Got to see that. I didn't recognize too many of the names on that.
That's why I said I won't start paying attention for real to the Nate Robinson fight, man. I feel like it comes, and I've told you that before, that comes from my wrestling background. Watching, I just gotta know like what your market. You gotta market these fighters, man. Even if I'm managing a fighter at the bottom of that card on the Tyson fight, if I'm even making it at the bottom of that card, at some point I gotta make some YouTube video. I gotta make some Instagram videos. I gotta do some TikToks about this fight that's coming up, just because I gotta get some fucking traction, man. Because I gotta get some people interested in what's happening at the beginning of this night. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think people don't do that? You think these people just like know the outcomes of the fight? The managers know the outcomes of the fight,
probably do.
And they just get discouraged.
We probably miss some of it, you know. It's probably more local.
Yeah, we all live in our own echo chamber, so
it's probably more local than it is national. So they probably, I'm sure they're doing it, you know. People know.
So what the fuck is this, Shad? Like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, they fight next Saturday and then what? What's up with Mike? He just go back to doing his podcast, getting fat again?
Nah, Mike said he's going to continue. And I believe that, especially if he has a great showing against Roy, which I think he will.
He will. He's Mike.
That's what I'm thinking. So there is suspicion that he's going to come back and try to fight for the belt. For
what belt, man?
The heavyweight championship, bro.
Mike Tyson.
There is
heavyweight
suspicion.
championship.
There is suspicion.
Well, you know what? You know what the thing about that is? It's vulnerable. It's a vulnerable division. How about that? You can't go in the welterweight division talking that shit.
Nah, well,
you can't go in the lightweight division talking that shit.
I don't want to see Mike Tyson fighting.
Tyson Fury.
I don't want to see.
Why not? That's a good fight.
No, man. Tyson Fury too big, man. Too big, too young, too strong. I don't want to see it at all.
Well, I mean, they pretty cool too, so they probably would work it out anyway where they want to have to fight.
But
who would you want? Who would you want to see him fight? I think him and Deontay would be a good fight because, like you said, the way he like to fight backwards.
I think he'll beat Deontay's ass, bro.
Well, I think some people might want to see that.
I want to see that.
I'd be
mad as hell.
If this nigga let Mike Tyson come and beat him up, that should be the end of his career right there. Yeah. That should be the end of his career.
It should be. But I like Deontay.
I love Deontay.
He makes his mistakes.
He made Alabama relevant on top of Alabama football. Like,
yeah.
He helped the state because they know this Bible Belt as state. Like, we don't really let a lot of shit fly in this state.
As far as showing me the love, either.
As far as like baseball, football, like we can't have like one professional team here. Right. And Deontay was like, well, you know what? I'm finna make boxing popular in Alabama again.
I'm gonna make history.
Yeah. So for that fact alone, I respect him, and you know what I'm saying. I fuck with him on that.
That's me too.
But him and Tyson, though, you know, that's a whole different conversation.
I would like to see that because he said he could beat Tyson in his prime, and I didn't appreciate that, and Mike Tyson didn't appreciate that. So now beat me in 54 then. So that's what Mike Tyson. I would like to see that.
You know, my ego go up.
It's serious. It's serious now.
And that's what I'm saying. His ego can go up.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about like Mike Tyson like just get back to his old self, just like doing coke and like
nah man, please,
and like just getting reckless and basically just being reckless again at 54.
I don't want that, man.
You don't want reckless
Mike, man. For some reason, I just love that guy.
That shit probably could kill him at this age.
I just want him to have a happy life and just be more like George Foreman.
How do you compare Mike and Ali, man? Cause I feel like he's like our Ali. Like I know he's not Ali.
Yeah,
I know he's not Ali.
I see that. Yeah.
But like, who do you pick then? Like after Ali's gone,
Ali. You're right.
He's like our Ali, and that's a guy that doesn't even want that title. You tell him that, he's like, "No, I'm nothing. I'm nobody. I'm nobody."
But that's who you need to listen to. Now,
a humble guy, right?
You're a humble guy, right? A humble guy, because he's gonna give you that truth.
Yeah. I mean, I got a lot of respect for but that was before Mike though. What's that guy? Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Got a lot of respect for Sugar Ray Leonard. What do you want?
What's the grudge doing?
What do you want?
I was just gonna go to bed. Are you still recording?
Yeah, I'm still recording. You want to come say hey?
Hey, folks.
Yeah, okay.
The grudge creeping in.
Wife wants to go to bed.
What?
Are you bringing the dog up here too?
Yeah, we heard you from
no
the
point
bottom step.
in sneaking.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, we heard.
She'll let me pick up. You want to get on the show? Yeah, it's okay. You want to get on the show?
What's up, man? Acting fool when I came, man.
Turn it to Pet World now. Yeah, motherfuckers, you at Petco right now.
Yeah, I see this Doberman right here. This Doberman.
Yeah, it's a dog right here.
Killer.
Yeah, I just want to be loved, right?
Smell good too.
Oh yeah, she gets treated pretty good. She get treated like a real person for real, Chloe. Don't you get treated like a real person? And why I don't really fuck with you like that? Cause I know you getting treated like really good around here. I'm like, man, you gonna take her? She gonna take her from the show.
Slap me with your tail.
I think she was comfortable though.
No, okay.
Okay. Chloe might want to be on the episode, man.
Bye, Sean.
Apparently. Alright, good night. Good to see you.
Damn, this show must be going
Oh,
late, bro. Do we need to end this shit right now? Damn, dog going to bed, Mike's going to bed. Is there anything we didn't hear about the fight? I mean, shout out to Jason again. Like I said, tonight we supposed to have like recovering addicts and talking about addiction and whatnot, which I thought was a very interesting topic that we all could have learned something from.
Yeah, me especially.
Well, I feel like I was addicted, you know, at some point to certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's levels to this shit though. Because when I tell people that I used to be addicted to weed, they used to be like, nah, that ain't really addiction like that. That's just really you having a good time. I was on fucking cocaine and I was on fucking meth and shit like that. So it's like levels to it. So when I was getting high and getting depressed about smoking weed all the time and shit like that, I really should have been happy.
Maybe.
I still had to make a change though.
Right, that's what I said maybe. You know what I mean? Because I drink. And the way the way I look at it is, look, I work so hard. At the end of my day,
I'm come back.
give me my drink. You know what I mean?
And yeah, and I feel like that's like a
I need
popular.
my
I feel like that's a popular. I feel like it's a popular opinion. I don't like people like I don't. That's why I say there's levels to that because you don't go home and be like, well, where's the meth?
Right. And so
where are the?
I'm looking for my yak after I get out of work. You know, and I don't think that makes me an alcoholic. You know, but some other people
and
do.
So I was really intrigued about like people that have really like man, shout out to Ashley, man. I really want you to be on here tonight with us. If you see this. Yeah, I went to school with her, man, and after school I didn't have any contact with her anymore, and then I saw that she was in recovery. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get emotions come from that. If you like me, a people's person. I don't know how you was in high school, but I was like, you know, people, I talk to people, friend with people and stuff like that. And you just see people out here that you are constantly engaging with that are dealing with shit. I feel like we all dealing with shit, but I feel like we dealing with shit at different levels, though, apparently. And I wanted to get my dude Jason on here tonight, but I'm going to get him, man, next year. He can't come on next episode because I got another person. He was like, let's do this at another time. I was like, no, buddy, I got, that's not how this show works. Yeah. I was like, I plan my episodes ahead of time. And I'm gonna focus on, the thing is, yeah, my equipment might fuck up, but I fixed that tonight.
Yeah, you on one now. You on one.
I do own one. Yeah. But I like to, if I like to stick to my episodes that I have made out ahead of time, and then I would like to add people if that's possible. Because I like to stick with what I want to do, but if somebody's interested in jumping into the party, then I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because then you can get, because I feel like a podcast should be like an array of topics, an array of emotions, an array of ideas.
You just gonna throw me in this, you know.
I feel like that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I had you. You were gonna be the back end, but it ended up being the episode. What about that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Technical difficulties, man, is a real thing out there. If you're trying to start a podcast out there, just be on the lookout for the technical difficulties, man. It's a real thing. You know, you hear that shit and you think it's not for real, but it's for real. Errol Spence, man. Errol Spence, before we get up out of here, man. Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, yeah. What you got about that, man?
Same old thing, man. Just dangerous enough fight to get you to watch and pay for it. But we know who's gonna win. Like, it's the same thing, man. Mm-hmm. Everybody's following that
Floyd outline.
That formula, yeah.
Outline, yeah.
So it's over and over, man.
Yeah. Think Floyd had a negative effect on that shit.
Definitely.
He changed that. You know, that's probably why Mike don't really like fuck with him like that.
Yeah, that's why. Cause Mike is a gladiator. Floyd is a businessman.
Two different things. Floyd's Donald Trump.
Maximus.
Floyd probably had like a big Donald Trump.
You got Maximus against Donald Trump. Maximus against Donald Trump. Maximus from Gladiator versus Donald Trump. That's what you're dealing with. Tyson is Maximus, and Floyd is Donald Trump. All about that business. You know. So
who's at fault though?
It's your personality. It's your personality. Mike is a gladiator by nature. Like I said, he's programmed. So he can't change. He is who he is.
Right.
And Floyd figured out that, okay, I want to get out of this sport with money and health.
Which is smart.
Which is smart. I can't be mad at him about it, but I'm not gonna be your
but it
biggest
hurts.
fan.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts the sports you love.
Yeah. So I can't be your biggest fan because I like competition. I want the best to fight the best when they're at their best.
That's why I say that you should like get into MMA more because I think
That happens.
that type of thing is like left to the wayside a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I can pretty much end your career in a cage and it doesn't really matter to anybody.
Right. They have to take the whole fight.
They have to take it. Yeah. Like I think you would enjoy that a lot more. I'm not saying you would lose love for anything. But MMA, man, a lot of people like are just trying to get their names made on top of other people. Like nobody knows who I am, nobody knows who you are. But after we get finished fighting, after they see what I do to your ass, they don't know who the fuck I am.
Adesanya, what's his name? Israel. Adesanya.
Who's your favorite UFC fighter?
Oh, that's always Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva.
Yeah, the Spider.
Always.
I don't think anything changed that.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you ain't got nothing else to add, man, I guess we can end the live, man.
Good.
See what we did. Episode 63. I'm gonna try to get Jason back later, man. What we got? We're gonna promote Tyson Roy Jones Jr. again.
Yeah, man.
Next Saturday, man. It's something to do next Saturday.
Support our brother
After Thanksgiving. It's a perfect.
Perfect.
I love the way the year is actually panning out, man.
Iron Bowl.
Iron Bowl. It's gonna be that afternoon actually. So Iron Bowl will be over by that night.
Yeah.
And then you get to watch Tyson, and Roy Jones Jr., which I feel like that was planned, for more money.
That's a big.
Which I don't care. They get my money. I don't care.
It's a big weekend.
It's a big weekend.
And we all
Thanksgiving.
I'll work.
Man, y'all be safe, man, out there. Stop worrying about them PS5, man. All right? I mean, them PSA, man, like Jay-Z do. PSA, man. Stop worrying about them damn PS5, man. It's all right? Stop worrying about being the first one. That's another topic we can even hit, bruh. Stop being the first one to get the PS5. Stop worrying about that shit, man. Your PS4 working just fine, man. They doing this shit right now like they doing the Jordans. They only releasing like 100 PS5s at a time. Like, don't that shit make you think a little bit? You don't think about that shit? If they only releasing so many, why won't they just send so many to your Walmart?
Because they have them.
So you can, the same technology it took to make one PS5, you can duplicate that 1,000,000 times. So why?
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand, right? Why does it take so much for one person to get a fucking PS5? Like, I just don't like it. I feel like it's gonna be around when my income tax taxes hit next year, and I'll be playing my PS4 until then. And I don't want to be bashed or disrespected for that. Because if you do, I don't care. I'm still gonna play my PS4, and when it's comfortable. I mean, I seen a PS4 online for $800. Actually, actually $900 after shipping and processing fees. I seen one online for $900. You can pretty much buy your whole children's. I don't care if you got 5 kids. You can pretty much take care of your kids' Christmas with $900.
They got 12, bro.
Not $1,200 for a PS5.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hey, man, if you can afford it, hey.
Yeah, if you can afford it. But I mean, America's like the type of country where only a certain percentage of those people are gonna be able to reap the benefits from that, anyways. I feel like some people are overreaching their salaries or their paychecks just to be a part of this, and when they can be really like doing good things for their kids as far as Christmas go.
Man, also don't spend all your money on Christmas. How about that?
That's another thing.
Sure.
Well, that's another ace I had in my pocket right there. But I feel like this PS5 is just top priority, because if I want a half-ass Christmas, which I plan on doing, but not like to the kids, but to myself, like, you don't really have to give me much for Christmas, because me, truly and honestly, I'm just waiting on income tax time to get what I really want.
Man, you don't have to give me a damn thing for Christmas. It's
I just want a good meal. Seriously.
There you go.
You give me a good meal and an off day at work.
That's
Boom.
what I'm talking about.
Good meal, off day at work, a good basketball game. People like me. Football. People like me are going to be satisfied with that.
It gives you around, man.
I don't understand this whole adult, I must have a PS5 mentality, which I might not be in a, hold on, let me put my quotations up. I might not be in a bracket that you are in to get the PS5. I mean, games are $99 for a PS5, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy right now. That's why I'm waiting.
I have no problem with rolling with my PS4 for another year.
Plus, they don't have any games on it.
Right. I don't have any problem with revisiting this whole topic or situation next year.
What a bathroom at.
Bathroom?
Yeah.
We finna end this podcast, man. I don't know how long this shit went, but man, I appreciate you coming through, man.
No problem, man. Always.
We coming back through on December 5th with So Soon. So he's an artist out of New York. Just check us out then. But this PS5 shit was just really on my mind, like.
You serious about the PS5, man? Where's the bathroom?